Good day, and welcome to Hiroshima University's English Podcast. Hi, everyone. I'm Joe. Hey, Kay. We are beginning our podcast now. Wake up, Kay. Kay, wake up!
Oh, sorry, I pulled an all-nighter last night. 昨日は徹夜したから。皆さんこんにちは。今日は、ダラダラすること、そして徹夜することについてお話ししたいと思います。徹夜すると眠くなっちゃうので、私もつい、いびきをかいてしまいましたが。So, Joe, do you sometimes pull all-nighters? 徹夜することありますか
Actually, I haven't pulled all-nighters for years.
Okay.
Recently, no, but when I was in college, of course I pulled all-nighters. A lot of college students do it.
Yeah.
And you get a lot done, yes, but next day is kind of hard, right? Mm-hmm. How about you, Kay? Do you sometimes pull all-nighters?
Yes, as a university student, I sometimes have to pull an all-nighter.
Okay, good.
Especially before like exams.
That's right. Everybody does it.
Mm-hmm. で、あとはこうダラダラして後回しにすることを procrastination って言うんですけど、ちょっとジョーに聞いてみたいと思います。So, do you sometimes procrastinate?
Right, to procrastinate. It's a good word.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, everybody procrastinates.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Everybody does things at the last minute. Most people don't do things in advance. So if you procrastinate, it's really natural. Don't worry about it. Just give yourself a lot of time to do the thing well. Mm-hmm. And if you do it right before, that's okay. But try to do it very well before the deadline.
Okay. ちなみに procrastination の動詞が to procrastinate なんですけど、ジョーによると動詞の方がよく使われてるらしいです。それでは今日のダイアログ行ってみましょう。日本でフィリピン人男性とカナダ人女性がお勉強をしているところの様子を今回は見てみたいと思います。まずはゆっくりなスピードで聞いてみましょう。
Let's listen.
Why do we have to do this big report in less than a week? I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it.
Haha, it's called procrastinating. Everybody does it. The teacher told us weeks ago that we had to do this.
Yeah, they really keep us jumping here. And I've got more deadlines than this one. When I first came to Japan, I hoped I wouldn't have so much homework. Actually, I just want to complain.
Is it harder here than back in the Philippines? For example, what was it like during finals week?
Students would gulp down too many energy drinks to stay awake for all-nighters. The libraries were packed with crammers and snoozers. The air was filled with tension for the impending doom of the morning to come. Judgment Day.
Haha, if you put it that way, that's super similar to school back in Canada too. Although I never did all-nighters. My friends had it worse. They could finish a research paper 1 minute before the deadline at 11:59 at night. Then they'd study for an early morning exam, make their PowerPoint presentation for another subject, and still show up for regular class. Because the teacher sometimes took attendance.
That's exhausting. I can't imagine pulling that off. So how long before you can go to sleep then?
Some students sleep only after the week is over. Literally. If you get a few winks a day, consider yourself lucky. It's torture every semester.
Hey, I think you can handle more than you think you can handle. Would you be interested in helping me?
Sure. Why not? It's always a pleasure to help someone procrastinate.
At the end, the woman says, it's always a pleasure to help someone procrastinate. Right?
Yeah.
It's fun to be lazy, kind of.
I hope Joe is not giving his students hard time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
まず最初に、男の人がこのレポート1週間以内で終わらせるなんてもうとても無理だよっていうふうに言ってます。で、女の人がもう後回しにしてるからだよっていうふうに怒ってますね。で、男の人はもう日本では先生は本当に生徒のお尻を叩くの好きだよねっていうふうに言ってます。To keep someone jumping でお尻を叩いて何か仕事をたくさんさせるって感じですね。
Right, so the company keeps me jumping, for example. Or that teacher always keeps us jumping. We have a lot to do, a lot of work, a lot of pressure. It's like that.
Okay.
Good expression.
それに僕はこれ以外にも締め切りに追われているんだよというふうに言ってます。A deadline で締め切りという意味ですね。
Yes, deadlines. People have deadlines from the moment they enter elementary school, I think, until they die. Basically, there are always deadlines, right?
Yeah, I want to be released.
It's part of life, deadlines.
で女の人はここで、フィリピンよりも日本は大変なの？期末テスト期間中とかもっていうふうに聞いてます。Finals week で期末テスト期間中という意味ですね。
Yes, finals week.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
And people in Japan, especially, they go to the libraries, things like that. In America, during final weeks, yes, people go to the library, but they also go to the library at other times of the year, too.
なるほどなるほど。
Right, in Japan, other times of the year, and basically nobody in the library, I think.
アメリカの人は直前に頑張るわけではないと思う。常日頃から頑張っていると。なるほど。
But also, American college students too procrastinate a lot.
で、男の人はここで自分の国ではどうかっていうのを説明してくれてますね。学生は徹夜のためにエナジードリンクをぐいぐい飲むよというふうに言ってます。How do you say that in English, Joe?
To gulp down a drink.
ぐいぐい飲むという意味ですね。
Right. For example, he gulped down the beer.
Okay.
Like that. Or I was so thirsty that I gulped down the whole bottle of Coca-Cola. Like that.
Yeah, which is not very healthy.
That's not very healthy, right? To gulp down a whole bottle of Coke. And also, it's not healthy to gulp down a lot of energy drinks, right?
Yeah, don't do that, please.
That's right.
で図書館は一夜漬けする人と居眠りする人でいっぱいだよっていうふうに言ってます。crammer で直前にめちゃくちゃ頑張って詰め込む人ってことですね。で、snoozer でいびきをかいてる人、つまり居眠りをしてる人ってことですね。
Right, so crammers and snoozers. These are nouns, right?
Yes.
But people often use the verb too. For example, I often cram before classes. For example, I often cram before tests.
Okay.
Like that. So right before the test, you study a lot to cram for a test. And also to snooze, right?
Yep.
You shouldn't snooze in class, like that. So it's a verb often too. To take a small nap, like that. A short time, to sleep for a little bit.
で、to be packed with で、何々でいっぱいってことですね。
Right, so the room or the libraries are packed with crammers and snoozers.
でその時の空気っていうのは来たるべき朝に差し迫った破滅への緊張で満たされているよというふうに言ってます。The air is filled with tension で、緊張感に満たされてるってことですね。
For example, the air was filled with tension before the test, like that.
Okay. で impending doom で差し迫った運命で、この運命は大体悪い意味ですね。
Yeah. So this can be something really big.
Okay.
The impending doom of a nuclear war, something like that is really bad. So it can be something very serious like that, or kind of a joke here. The impending doom of the test, like that.
大げさ。
That's right. So it's kind of a funny expression here.
Judgement day で審判の日という意味です。
Yeah, this is also a very funny expression. It's kind of like the impending doom. Judgment Day can be something very big, like God decides that the earth finishes, Judgment Day.
Yep.
It can be very big like that, or it can be a very funny little thing like the test here.
Yeah.
Judgment Day, when your tests scores are decided, like
本当は
that.
聖書とかに出てくるすごい大きい表現なんですけどね。
That's right. It originally comes from there, so they're kind of using it here as an exaggeration.
誇張ですね、exaggeration。で、女の人はカナダの私の友達はもっと悪かったわよというふうに言ってます。To have it worse でもっと状況が悪かったってことですね。
Right, to have it bad, for example. For example, he has a very hard job. He has it bad. Kind of a set expression. Or to have it good. He's a very rich person. He has it good. Kind of a set expression like that.
で、どれぐらい悪かったかっていうと、彼らは夜遅くまでリサーチペーパーを書いて、朝のテストのために勉強してパワポを作って、しかも普通の授業にも出ないといけなかったのというふうに言ってますね。To show up で現れるという意味です。
Right, to show up for something. And usually it's something kind of bad. Like he always shows up for work late.
遅刻しがちってこと
So
です
to
ね。
come to work late,
Okay.
like that. Or I need to show up for class tomorrow. It's something that you kind of don't want to really go to. I need to show up for class tomorrow.
No.
But usually going to something that you don't really want to go to. You can't say, I will show up for the party tomorrow. Don't worry. Something fun like that. I think more natural, something that you don't really want to do, like
Okay.
work or a class, something that most students don't want to do.
したくないけどしないといけないことって感じですね。で、なんで出席しないといけないかっていうと、たまに出席を取られるんですね。To take attendance で出席を取るという意味です。
Right. Kay, what percent of your teachers at university do you think take attendance? What do you think?
I think like 70 to 80%.
Oh, 70 to 80%
Yeah, in my
take
faculty.
attendance.
Yeah, I
Right,
think
right.
so.
Okay. Right.
Do
I almost never take attendance,
really?
right? Because every week the students have a lot of homework, so I can kind of see who is coming from their homework,
my
right?
gosh, he's so nice. Oh my
No,
gosh.
but having homework every week, and nobody likes that.
Yeah. で、男の人はそれを聞いて、それをやりきれるなんて信じられないっていうふうに言ってます。To pull off ってやり遂げるというんですね。
Right, to do something. For example,
Joe, I got a high TOEIC score, yay!
okay, how did you pull that off? It's like that. Or to give another example,
Joe, I got a very nice job.
wow, you pulled it off. Great. Like that. And in the dialogue, the woman did a lot of hard work for class. She pulled it off. And he cannot imagine how she pulls that off.
で、女の人は学生によっては文字通りテスト週間が終わってからじゃないと眠れないのよっていうふうに言ってます。Literally で文字通りという意味です。
Right. Students don't sleep literally until after the test is over.
And what did she say next?
She says, if you get a few winks a day, consider yourself lucky.
ちょっと寝るってことですね。
Right,
To get a few winks.
Right, to get a few winks. You can also say, I got a few winks in yesterday afternoon. They often say that too, to get a few winks in. Kind of, it's a set expression. It means to take a short nap, like that.
でも、毎学期拷問よというふうに言ってます。で、torture で拷問という意味です。
Right, torture is not fun, right?
No, it never can be fun.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
で、今日の最後の面白い表現です。きっと君は自分で思うよりうまくやれるよと男の人は言っています。To handle でうまくこなすという意味ですね。
Right, and this man's expression here, the whole sentence is kind of interesting. Everyone, can you say it? I think you can handle more than you think you can handle.
で、この表現はぜひなんかこうちょっと自信がなくて落ち込んでる人、友達とかに言ってあげてほしい言葉ですね。
Everyone, can you say it? I think you can handle more than you think you can handle.
I think you can handle more than you think you can handle.
That's right. And with that, let's listen to the dialogue at natural speed.
Why do we have to do this big report in less than a week? I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it.
Haha, it's called procrastinating. Everybody does it. The teacher told us weeks ago that we had to do this.
Yeah, they really keep us jumping here, and I got more deadlines than this one. When I first came to Japan, I hoped I wouldn't have so much homework. Actually, I just want to complain.
Is it harder here than back in the Philippines? For example, what was it like during finals week?
Students would gulp down too many energy drinks to stay awake for all-nighters. The libraries were packed with crammers and snoozers. The air was filled with tension for the impending doom of the morning to come. Judgment Day.
If you put it that way, that's super similar to school back in Canada too. Although I never did all-nighters. My friends had it worse. They could finish a research paper 1 minute before the deadline, at 11:59 at night. Then they'd study for an early morning exam, make their PowerPoint presentation for another subject, and still show up for regular class, because the teachers sometimes took attendance.
That's exhausting. I can't imagine pulling that off. So how long before you can go to sleep then?
Some students sleep only after the week is over. Literally. If you get a few winks a day, consider yourself lucky. It's torture every semester.
Hey, I think you can handle more than you think you can handle. Would you be interested in helping me?
Sure, why not? It's always a pleasure to help someone procrastinate.
はい、今日は procrastination、ダラダラすること、延期することと all-nighters、徹夜をすることについて勉強しました。後回しにするのはともかく徹夜はあまり体に良くないので、なるべくしない方がいいですね。
Right. To procrastinate is okay, but pulling all-nighters is really not so good. Everyone, we're sure that you're not pulling all-nighters listening to our podcast, but try to get some sleep, and we'll see you next time at Hiroshima University's English Podcast. Bye.
Stay healthy. Questions from our listeners.
Yeah, for me, this is one of my favorite parts of the program.
And today's question is from Keita in Oita Prefecture.
Oh,
Thank
down
you.
in Kyushu, right.
To me,
right.
yay.
Oh, to Kay, right. And so I'll ask the question here. It's kind of a strange question for Kay, but it is, what is your favorite American festival, Kay?
Okay.
You lived in America for a little bit, right? A few months, right? What festival do you think is kind of good?
Well, for me, like Christmas is the best, but you know, it's not like only for American. So,
Okay.
アメリカ独自のやつというと I love Thanksgiving Day as I love pumpkin pies.
Okay, good. Yeah, Thanksgiving again is a time when the families get together and they have really good meals like that.
それではまだまだ私たちへの個人的な質問や文化的な質問をお待ちしておりますので Twitter や Facebook アプリへのレビューの書き込みをお願いします。
See you later.
Bye!